The show for the very first time here on Mind, Soul, and Spirit, CKUT 90.3 FM, the pastor of the Lighthouse. Lighthouse
Tabernacle.
Lighthouse Tabernacle.
Apostolic
Church.
Is that right?
Yes,
or am I
ma'am.
missing a couple of words between?
It's Lighthouse Tabernacle Apostolic.
What did we say?
I think we were right?
You were quite right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Pastor Hogan.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you for making it out in person this early Sunday morning. We know that you got preaching duties later on.
Yes, that is correct.
What's going to be the topic of your sermon this Sunday morning?
Well, I'm going to be preaching on a response to Paris.
Yes. A timely word.
Timely
Yes.
response.
We're going to be
to
taking our text from Matthew chapter 24 this morning, verse 1 to 13. And we're just going to be talking about some stuff there to encourage the brethren to stay strong in the Lord.
Amen.
Amen. So you are a native to Montreal. You're not imported. You grew up here in Montreal.
Born and raised in the Ville-Saint-Laurent region.
Wow.
Yes.
And that is where your church currently exists?
Yes, we're located on Salaberry.
Okay. Give us the address.
It's 5020 Salaberry, corner of O'Brien.
Okay.
Oh, does that abut the O'Brien Church of God?
We're very close to the O'Brien Church of God.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Pastor Hogan, I have to ask you, Montreal as being as unchurched as far as the city goes, we're not a church-going city. What made you now decide to go into ministry, and not just go into ministry, but to open a new church?
It's very funny. I actually didn't have plans to be a pastor or to start a church.
Well then.
Isn't that the case?
It was just a desire to actually help the community. Paul said, if I'm hungry, feed me first before you preach to me. And there's so many needs in our city. And I just wanted to help the community, and one thing led to the other. And then before you know it, we're starting the ministry.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, were you raised in a Bible-believing home? You shared with us off air that you come from a home of 13 siblings. Am I correct?
That's correct. 8 sisters, 5 brothers. Unfortunately, I lost 2 sisters within a month recently.
So sorry.
But big family, yes. Very big family.
So
I'm familiar with some of his family, Christopher. I know I said that off air, but I wanted to say Yes.
So were you believing?
Well, we grew up in a home where we knew God. We believed in God, but we weren't really church going.
Okay.
So it's only when I got a bit older, about 12, 13 years old, that I found my way to the church and stuck it out and been in the church ever since.
You mentioned how you grew up originally a member of the O'Brien Church of God, and many of us, we foster our belief and our works in the church, but taking that step from activity in a local church to becoming a pastor, that's a big step. What did you feel a personal calling?
Yes, I did. I do have to correct you. It was the United Pentecostal Church in Ville-Saint-Laurent that I grew up in, and I did feel a calling. I had a vision I just had a vision one day that I was preaching, and that was kind of the fuel that started this whole fire. And from that, the passion to preach, to talk to people, to spread the love of God just continued to grow every day, every moment. And the more I would preach and the more I would share, the more the fire would burn.
Is that the vision you had in your youth, or is this something that, later?
I was about 18 when I first had the vision.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, that's still young.
Yes, I was quite young.
We are speaking with Pastor Stephen Hogan from the Lighthouse Tabernacle Apostolic Church in Ville-Saint-Laurent. We're going to speak with him in just a few short minutes. We're going to place with the selection Safe With You. You're listening to Mind, Soul, and Spirit on CKUT 90.3 FM with Jennifer, Dorothy, myself, and special guest in studio, Pastor Stephen Hogan from the Lighthouse Tabernacle Apostolic Church
out in Ville-Saint-Laurent. Now, I'm going to hijack somebody's question and ask you, Pastor Hogan, what exactly is an apostolic church?
Well, we follow the Apostles' doctrine, which is taken from the book of Acts. So we try to follow as closely as possible what they're teaching and preaching. Yes.
You have to widen that a little bit for some of our listeners, including myself.
Yes, well, we preach the death, burial, resurrection of Jesus Christ, which most churches do. We also teach and preach that we should follow his example by showing love, compassion, care, and I won't get into the specifics of doctrine, but that's if you read the book of Acts, that's Lighthouse Tabernacle.
What are the prevailing characteristics known in the Apostolic Church is that they are very animated in their worship. Would you describe your worship service as a very, very live and active
Oh, yes.
service?
We are very much alive. If you look at some of our services on YouTube, we actually record the service in its entire length.
Okay.
We're very lively. We believe in worshiping God with all of our hearts. If you read the Bible, David danced. They clapped their hands.
Yes.
They were very animated, if I can use that word, and we believe in lively worship. Not to say that quiet worship is wrong or anything, because there is a time to be quiet.
Yes.
The Bible does say, "Be still and know that I am the Lord." So you'll see a little bit of everything at Lighthouse. There'll be times when we're loud, and then there'll be times when we're very quiet. It depends on how the Spirit is moving.
You've said that the burning desire on your heart is to really make an impact, an impression in the community that you serve and live in, Ville Saint Laurent. Tell us a little about the people that come to worship and the need that you feel that your church can serve in the Ville Saint Laurent area.
Yes, well, we have a great congregation. Those that have come alongside and who work with us have been a tremendous blessing to the ministry and have impacted my life personally and have taught me a lot as well. There's a lot of needs, not only in the region where we are, but across Montreal. And the area particularly where we are, there's a lot of low-income families.
Right.
And one of the things we do at Lighthouse is we have a compassions program where we give food baskets and we also attach usually a little gift card to the basket so they can buy milk and some stuff that we can't put in a gift basket.
Right.
We're trying to raise funds to start our scholarship program to encourage young people to go to school. I actually dropped out of high school when I was a teen and through some good friends found my way back to school and eventually graduated. So I strongly believe in encouraging our young people. And so we have a scholarship program, and we also visit seniors. Oftentimes our seniors are forgotten and don't get visits, and I very strongly believe in visiting the seniors and helping. So I believe in showing compassion, showing love. I believe we should preach and teach, but I believe before we teach and preach, we should show as much love and reach out to the community as possible.
Very interesting. We are speaking with Pastor Stephen Hogan. He's the senior pastor at the Lighthouse Tabernacle Apostolic Church in Ville Saint Laurent. Could you provide some contact information, the service times, all of that information?
Yes, so we're located at 5020 Salaberry, corner of O'Brien. You can also find us online at www.ltapostolic.org. And on our website, there is links to our Facebook page and our YouTube page. So we're encouraging everyone to give us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you cannot make it to service, we are online, so you have no excuse. It's not live feed, but it's usually posted within the first 24 hours after service is put on.
Nice. How big is your congregation?
It's funny because we're almost at the 2-year mark. So some Sundays we have 10, some Sundays we have 20, and I've even had up to 40 in service at times. So I think people are still trying to feel us out. We got a lot of views online, so I think people are still trying to feel us out.
So you're still growing.
We're still growing. We're in the growing stages. Yes.
And so are you looking to stay within the Ville Saint Laurent area, or would you be looking to maybe branch out?
Well, every pastor's dream is to branch out, to grow. And, we have a lovely landlord. We're renting facilities. We don't own the facility. And, our goal is to grow the ministry as big as possible and to just be as effective as possible. I don't believe in quantity. I believe in quality. So, you don't grow the ministry overnight. But yes, it's our goal to grow as much as possible.
Well, Pastor Hogan, I want to thank you for dropping by Mind, Soul, and Spirit. And I, particularly on behalf of the CKUT station, want to thank you and your church for your very generous donation during the CKUT funding drive. It's really appreciated.
Well, you're very much welcome. And I encourage all of our listeners to continue supporting this wonderful radio station. And Brother Christopher, and to the rest of you, I really appreciate you having me on today.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
coming. It's always nice to meet new people. We know a lot of the pastors in the community, and it's just nice to meet a new pastor. You're added to the CKUT Rolodex. You're part of the family now.
Thank you very much. And I do trust all three of you will be watching our service online within the next 24 hours.
I will
That was a very strong suggestion. So I will be logging on to YouTube. All right. And for all of the folks out there, make it out to Lighthouse Tabernacle Apostolic Church if you can today.
Yes.
It is
11 o'clock.
And the address is
5020 Salaberry.
5020 Salaberry. And if you're taking the metro, you can get off of Cover 2 and take the
Dugalege would be the best bet,
okay.
and take the 117, and that drops you right across the street from our church.
Beautiful.
And we do have service every Sunday at 11 o'clock. And for all our listeners, we do have a little something after service, coffee, little something to eat, so you will not only be fed spiritually, but also physically.
Amen.
Any final shout-outs to any your family or any members of the church?
Yes, to all our church family, amen. Greetings to you. I know you're listening this morning. And to all the other churches and pastors and everyone that's listening, just stay strong in the Lord, continue the great work, and God will richly bless you.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, you have been listening to Pastor Stephen Hogan from the Lighthouse Tabernacle Apostolic Church in Ville, Saint Laurent.